What up, IDS Mob? Welcome to the Introvert Dating Success Show. I'm your host, as always, HarryWilmington. And today, we're going to be answering a question from a guy who's a little suspicious about a woman that he's dating because she rarely lets him stay over her house. And he's wondering why that is and if he should be worried about what this means for their budding relationship. So we're going to get into that. As always, more of these shows, go to introvertdatingsuccess.com. Go there now to check out my program, the Introvert Dating Success Academy. This is the 12-week coaching and video program that is designed to transform your dating life and help you become the natural introvert charmer that you could always be while still getting your precious alone time, all right? We teach you everything in this program, from how to get with women, how to attract them, how to keep them, how to talk to them, how to build up escalation physically and mentally and emotionally, and get into a relationship. If that's something that interests you, check out the sales page at introvertdatingsuccess.com under the programs tab. And if you think that you qualify, you can apply for that today so we can have a discussion about what that means to enroll, all right? Also, go there to check out my various eBooks, audiobooks, and programs. And of course, this show is all about you guys. If you have a question you want answered, write to me at HarryWilmington@gmail.com, or if you're watching on YouTube at youtube.com/HarryWilmington, leave a comment down below. All right, let's get into this guy's question. So he says he's 36 and he is divorced, and he's been dating a woman who's 46 for the past 3 months. Oh, older woman, okay. He says, all is going great. We get along well, really deep convos, great dates, sex is great, all that. I'm 99% sure she's falling for me, and I'm pretty much there too, until I step back and think about it. So before we get into what he's talking about, let's look at what he said. They get along great, positive. They have deep convos, great, because women love to bond and connect by way of having deep conversations. That's good. Great dates, sex is great. So everything for this guy is on an upward trajectory, all right? What could be going wrong? So let's see what he says. He says, we only hang out at my place because she has a teenage kid and doesn't want me to stay over her place if she's there. We also live a couple hours apart, which makes it so that we can't see each other during the week. I've been to her house maybe 2 or 3 times, twice to drop her off where I only came in for a few minutes, and once I was there for maybe a couple of hours while she finished work. She works from home, and then we went out on a date. That one time was awkward, and she seemed nervous and was telling me how she wants to move because the landlord's son caught some feelings for her, and it's now awkward. That was weird, but I let it go. I'm trying to not dwell on people's past, although it can be difficult at times. All right, so here we have a woman who is 46. She has a teenage daughter. That should be as far as this guy thinks about in terms of the logic of the situation. Like, oh, why doesn't my girlfriend want me to come over to her house where her teenage daughter also stays sometimes? Yeah, dude. I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a lot of complicated situations that can come up, especially as it involves a teenage girl, okay? Because you got to think about this from the mom's perspective, okay? From the mom's perspective, she's still getting to know you, and so therefore, until she's ready to really solidify this relationship and until it goes the distance, then she's not going to probably feel comfortable bringing her kid around. Realistically, you've been dating 3 months. The meeting kid aspect of things most likely takes place at like the 6 month to like a year mark, when there's been enough time there so that way the woman that you're dating is assured that you're probably not going to go away, at which point she can now bring the daughter in, because a responsible mom is not going to want to keep bringing guys around her kid that she breaks up with. So she's dating one guy for 2 months. They meet the kid, and then the kid starts to get attached, and then they break up, and then it's got to be another guy comes around, dates for 3 months, kid gets attached, goes away. Like, that can be damaging to a kid's psyche, okay? So she's actually erring on the side of caution. Plus, honestly, let's be real, okay? She has to know you enough to where she doesn't feel like you're going to try to do some inappropriate, touchy-feely stuff with her kid. And 3 months ain't enough time. So it might take 6 months. It might take a year. But for the safety of her daughter, that is perfectly normal and acceptable. Now, on your end of things, you need to be aware also that at the point that you're able to meet this daughter, you got to kind of keep things very early on, like kind of tighten it in terms of like how much you're trying to show affection to this person and try to be with them solo by yourself, okay? Because there's plenty of stories out there about teenage daughters of women who didn't like the guy they were dating, and they would put out some kind of false claim about him. And next thing this guy knows, he's in jail simply because the daughter didn't want him around. Okay. So that's just on your side of stuff. In terms of your safety, make sure that when you're able to meet the daughter, you're not alone with her at any time for those first 6 months, and that you're really making sure that you're doing a good job of building a connection, but one that's not going to be toxic and then lead to her wanting to do these false things against you, okay? So it's very complicated, but the mother's being very responsible, okay? This has nothing to do about you or the kind of person you are or how great you think you are. This is all about she has a daughter that she's got to protect, and she wants to make sure that the relationship with you is solid enough before she starts bringing the daughter around. Because if she's looking at you long term, she has to look at you beyond just like, oh, you meet my daughter, it's whatever. It's like you could potentially be the stepdad. Okay, that's the job. When you're dating a single mother that has a kid, that is the job you are applying for. I don't care if this kid is like 18 about to be into college, you're still going to be in some facet of this kid's life, okay? So she has to do her due diligence wisely to make sure that you're the right fit for that. Continuing, he says, skip to this weekend. I'm going to see my friends who live in the same city as she does. Naturally, she's going to hang out with us, but I can't stay over her place due to the kid. So I booked a hotel room. She tells me originally that she'll stay overnight, but later backs out because of some reason that, quote, is complicated, and she'll explain to me later. She says, I have to go home, but suggests we do breakfast the next day. Why leave in the middle of the night and then go breakfast the next day? It's like a 5 or 6 hour difference between them. Oh, and to add to this, her kid is going to stay with her dad next weekend, and she's told me I can come over and spend the whole weekend there then. Okay, so I get it. This guy doesn't like the fact that the woman said, hey, she can stay over the night, and then all of a sudden it's like it changed up, okay? She has a kid. See, there's an ex that's involved. So we have no real idea as to what that situation is. So when she says, hey, it's complicated, so I can't stay over, it sucks, but look at the fact that she's not canceling the whole night. Just ladies literally saying, hey, I can come over, bang your brains out, and then I got to go home, but then the next morning I'll come right back and we can continue on with our day and have breakfast and all this other stuff, okay? So that actually sounds reasonable to me. Like realistically, again, there's a kid in the mix. When you're dating a woman that has a kid in the mix, things can always pop up, and you got to be mindful of that, and you can't be selfish, okay? She's got a kid there she's got to take care of, and as it pertains to like the father in the situation or not or whatever, there could be all kinds of stuff going on there that you have no idea about, but you just got to know that if that kind of thing comes up, you can't let it rattle you, okay? She's still not canceling the date. She's still going to see this guy, and realistically, let's be honest, once you have sex with her, you're going to want to go to sleep. Yes, it would be nice if she could stay there and cuddle up with you, but I know me, I do horrible sleeping next to people. When I'm dating somebody, like I have a hard time sleeping next to anybody. I'd rather go home and come back the next day, okay? So let her do that and don't make it a big deal. She's still seeing you the majority of the time that you're there. If she can't spend 5 or 6 hours of the night with you, then so be it. Don't make it a big deal. Just let her go home, and she's going to come right back the next day. But if you fight her on that and try to make it a big deal, now she's going to feel guilty and hurt and think that you're not understanding of her and what she's going through, and that could cause her to start to lose interest in you, okay? Continuing, he says, am I crazy for being a little suspicious here? Yes, you are. I have feelings for her, but at the same time, are they even real? I feel like I don't really know her, and there might be something I'm missing. You're not missing anything, dude. You're in your head thinking that these signals that she's sending you are signals that she's sending you, and they're not. Everything that I'm seeing from her is saying, I want to be with you. You said early on, get along well. That's a good sign. Deep combos, good sign. Great dates, good sign. Sex is great, good sign. Hangs out with your friends, good sign. Wants to come hump you in your hotel, good sign. Wants to meet with breakfast with you the next morning, good sign. Is inviting you to spend the whole weekend with her the next week, great sign. So what part of this is suspicious? Like none of it's suspicious. What's happening is you're in your head about what you think this should look like, and it's not looking like that. So you're starting to get a little nervous about what's going on. Dude, you're in a relationship with a single mom. She's doing the best she can to see you, given the parameters that she has. She can only see you on weekends. She's still making it a point to see you on the weekends. She's got a kid so you can't stay over. She's still making it a point to come see you at the hotel. She's doing everything and she can to try to show you as best as she can that she has high interest in you. Do not screw this up for yourself if you want to be with her, okay? He says, it seems very sketchy to me that there are always excuses when I come to her town, and it's making me feel uneasy. Dude, again, she's got a kid. For kids, things pop up. Events at school, they get sick. They have a fight with their mom, and now they got to lock down the whole house to try to figure out how they're going to be able to handle the situation. Stuff with the dad coming in and whatnot. Like, there are a plethora of situations that come up when somebody has a kid, okay? And so, again, I did a whole video about why not to date single moms, but in that I said, if you want to date them, understand that there are going to be some difficulties that pop up, and you got to be understanding of that. If you're not going to be understanding of that, then you don't need to date her because it's not fair to her. But she's giving you every step of the way, hey, this thing with my kid came up, but I still want to see you. Let's make it work out. Okay? So everything she's doing to me is looking like a positive thing. He asked, is this a red flag that you should be watching out for? No, it's not. If you've never spent real time at somebody's place, do you really know them? Well, yeah, you got out on dates, she's coming to your place, and she's still spent time with you. And more importantly, she's already invited you to come to her place next weekend. So you're still going to be able to get to know her based on what you're saying right here. Please help me understand. I don't have any kids and never dated anyone who did. Is this typical behavior for a single parent? Yes, because kids are an anomaly. Kids have baggage. Kids have emotional issues. Kids have things that pop up. Kids are very selfish. And so on any given day with a kid, stuff's going to pop up for a parent that they might not have planned for. You might have had she might have had every single intention to be able to come to the hotel that night, but maybe the dad was supposed to pick her up that night, and then the dad last minute canceled out and couldn't come. Or maybe, she had a dance to go to, but now the dance going to end early and she's got to come home and make sure that she's there for the daughter. Like, you don't know, but she's got a kid. So it just is what it is, okay? So this is, if you're dating somebody that has a kid, just know surprises and things are going to pop up. It's not a bad thing. It'll be worse if she was using the kid as an excuse to never see you. Like if she was like, oh, I can't go to the hotel because my kid, so I can't see this entire weekend. That's different than, oh, my kid, I have to go home for them, but I'm still going to come to the hotel and bang your brains out and then see you the next morning. Those are two different things, okay? So read the positive signals that are there and adjust accordingly. If you start hearing things like, oh, I can't see you this weekend because of my kid. Oh, I can't have you come over because of my kid, and I can't see you for the next 3 or 4 weeks because of my kid. That should let you know that she's signaling that she's not interested, and now she's using the kid as an excuse to not see you. Everything I'm saying here is I have a kid and I still want to see you. So let's go with that. All right. So hopefully this helps you out, guys. As always, more of these shows, go to Apple, Spotify, Google Play if they still have it. You can go to introvertdatingsuccess.com and check out the podcast as well. While you're there, click on the programs tab and definitely check out my Introvert Dating Success Academy. Guys, I'm telling you, before I was able to get coached on dating, I was like the worst at it. And as I was able to learn more and study more and do things and try things, I got immensely better at it. But it cut my learning curve by being able to have people I could look up to and people I could study under to be able to learn this stuff. And I want the same for you, especially if you're an introvert, because it's hard out here dating as an introvert. It really is, because, you got to try to muster up all this energy to be able to meet a new person, and that can be very exhausting. So I want to make sure I'm cutting time for you by just giving you the points on what to do, how to be, how to feel, how to think about dating, how to attract women, how to talk to them, how to open up to them, etc. So go to the website, check out the sales page for the Introvert Dating Success Academy. If you think you'd be a good fit, then you can fill out the little form I have there, and we can set up a time to talk about what it would mean for you to join us in the Academy. All right? That's all I got for today, guys. I'm HarryWilmington. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/HarryWilmington. And if you have a question you want answered on one of these shows, write to me at HarryWilmington@gmail.com or leave your question in the comments down below. I'm Harry Wilmington, and I'll catch you guys on the next show. I'm out. Peace.